I got 20 DVDs and 5 Blu-rays for this update. 3 of the DVDs came from a yard sale. 2 came from a Renaissance thrift store. 3 of them came from Capitaine Quebec, and 12 came from the library. 3 of the Blu-rays came from... Or no, 1 of the Blu-rays came from the yard sale, and the other 2 came from Renaissance. The other 2 are from the library. Anyways, I'm going to start off with the DVDs that I bought. Recipes to Ivan Reitman, who produced and directed this movie. DreamWorks Pictures movie, Columbia Pictures, and the Monticello Picture Company. These next 2 are Warner Brothers Snapper Case DVDs. Not to be confused with the 2012 MCU movie of the same name. This movie is based on the British TV series from the 60s. And this movie is pretty hard to find on DVD nowadays, so I'm lucky to have it. Not on the US, but the UK. Or no, this is not a British co-production. Excuse me. This movie was a massive critical and commercial failure when it came out. Recipe Sean Connery, of course, who starred in this movie. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that. Did you open to this on Super Écran? This one came brand new factory sealed when I got it. '97 DVD. So this is one of the this and Robin Hood. Which Robin Hood? Forgot the name of it. This is titled with that Robin Hood movie. For being one of the oldest DVDs in my collection. One second, let me fix the pile here. Oh, fuck off. Anyways. This is the 1992 version of Candyman. I have borrowed the 2021 Blu-ray of this movie a long time ago. And I did open it out on Spike, huh? Recipes Tony Todd, who starred in this movie, who passed away in November 2024. TriStar Pictures movie, co-made with Polygram Filmed Entertainment and Propaganda Films. Not on the US, but the UK. This next one's also a pretty rare DVD. You may remember I borrowed the DVD of this at one point, but I finally have this movie back in the collection at last. And this is special because this is the very first NC-17 rated movie I have in my collection. Universal movie, co-made with Walrus and Associates Limited Productions. Not on the US, but France. This one's NC-17 in the US. These produced are in Canada. And this is another movie that's long out of print on DVD. And this movie currently does not have a Blu-ray release in North America. Though in other countries, especially in Europe, it did get a Blu-ray release. Hopefully a company like Kino Lorber or Criterion releases it on Blu-ray here in North America. Comes in this really cool slipcase. DreamWorks movie coming at Warner Brothers. Not on the US, but the UK for this one as well. Warner Bros. Movie coming at Legendary and Gerber Pictures. This one's Sazal produced with no rating reason and 18A. Now for the last DVD that I have bought. This is the second Spike Lee movie I have in the collection, the other one being Jungle Fever. And this movie was released when Universal was celebrating its 75th anniversary. Call Me with 40 Acres and the Mule Filmworks. And now for the DVDs that I borrowed from the library. Of course, we don't talk about the director of this movie, as he's a pedophile and a piece of shit. Not only US, but the UK, Czech Republic, and I believe Germany, but I could be wrong. This movie is released in the US by TriStar Pictures. And in the US, this movie was rated PG-13 only for disturbing scenes, which is really weird. But this is PG in Canada, frightening scenes and disturbing content, which is kind of weird. This is one of 2 Criterion Collection DVDs I have for this update. Spy number 1073. South Korean movie from CJ Entertainment, released in the US by Neon, and was released on DVD by the Criterion Collection. I think I did the open to this on Tevia, but I could be wrong. Orion Pictures movie Call Me a Likely Story, released on DVD by Elevation Pictures. Chinese, Hong Kong, and South Korean movie. These next 2 are brand new releases from this year. Saw this movie in theaters when it came out. This was an awesome movie right here. I did the opening to this on both Crave and Super Écran. This is the very first MCU movie to air on Super Écran since Avengers Age of Ultron. And this is also the very first MCU movie to air on Crave. Marvel Studios movie, Call Me the 20th Century Studios, even though their logo does not appear on this movie. Although it does appear on the back of the cover and on the posters. Not only US, but the UK. This is the first MCU movie to be rated 13 ans et plus pour violence et langage vulgaire. On Crave, this had the 18+ graphic violence viewer advisory, but this is 14A. Though the 20th Century Fox logo does appear in this movie during one of the fight scenes. Another one that I did the opening to on Super Écran and Crave. Columbia Pictures movie, and this movie was released when the company turned 100 years old. Now, the back of the cover does not have the 100 Years Columbia Pictures logo, but the disc itself does have the 100 Years logo on it, which is really weird. This is the other Criterion Collection DVD that I borrowed for this update. I did the opening to the 2021 American remake of this, which aired on HBO. Swedish miniseries from 1973. However, in the US, this was cut down to a theatrical to a movie. The original television miniseries was over 297 minutes, while the US release was cut down to 169 minutes. I believe the television version is nearly 5 hours long, while the US film version is nearly 3 hours. Released on DVD by Criterion. Originally aired in Sweden on SVT. While in the US, this did release in theaters, but later aired on PBS. The first 2 discs have the miniseries episodes, while the third disc has the US theatrically released version of the movie, or of this miniseries. '55 United Artists movie. Lionsgate movie, Call Me a Grindstone Entertainment Group, also with RA Studios. What's weird is that the Lionsgate logo does not appear anywhere on this DVD for some reason, even though it is mentioned in the copyright right there. New Line Cinema movie, Call Me a Castle Rock Entertainment. This is one of the last DVDs to use the 1999 Lions Atlantis logo, according to Rafi Doucet, 2001. British and Canadian movie, released on DVD by Maple Pictures. In Manitoba, this was also 18A. Here's the last DVD. Quebec movie. Comme au Super Écran, as it says, en association avec Super Écran in the credits. Also with VRAC TV and Music Plus. Music Plus nowadays is just known as Max, and VRAC shut down in 2023. And now for the 5 Blu-rays. I do know the director of this movie later went on to make The Love Witch, which I hear nothing but great things about that movie. This Blu-ray is released by Kino Lorber. This one's 16 ans et plus pour érotisme. Now, on IMDb, it doesn't say the Canadian rating for this. I'm gonna assume this is either 18A or R in Canada. Kino Lorber Studio Classics Blu-ray. This is the other Kino Lorber Blu-ray I got for this update. 1963 American International Pictures movie, though the back has the later Orion Pictures logo on it. And now for the free Blu-rays that I now own. Did you open to this on Tevia and Crave? I do have the first one on DVD, which I might upgrade that to Blu-ray soon enough. Summit Entertainment movie, Columbia Thunder Road Pictures and 8711 Productions, now currently known as 87 North Productions. This one's 13 ans et plus pour violence and 18A, while the first one's 14A. This code expires June 13, 2027. Inside artwork's just the French version of the French cover. Of course, I've seen all the John Wick movies except for Ballerina. I don't know if I'm gonna see that one or not. This one came in brand new factory sealed when I got it. Columbia Pictures movie. And now for the last Blu-ray. This one's a much newer title as well. This one I was very surprised to have found at a Renaissance First store, considering this is a much newer film. I'm guessing the previous owner didn't fucking like it. But it's mine. I guess it's mine. Well, it's mine now, so I don't care. Did you obi to this on Super Écran?